بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين، وبعد. Dear students, welcome again to our English course 101, and today we will inshallah start taking lecture 5, which is a little bit different from the previous ones. And before we go on, I hope that you have enjoyed the last lecture, and at the same time you really follow me step by step. And to apologize for those who always want me to explain everything in Arabic. I'll inshallah try to do my best to please everyone, but in case of using our Arabic language, so I think there's something serious and something strange that an English lecture to be explained in Arabic. So forgive me. Just sometimes I'll try to give you some meanings of might be difficult for some of you. Okay, so lecture today, we will try to move to chapter 5, and the element of the lecture today will try to cover the following elements. The first one is a previewing vocabulary in the new chapter, and then we will move to another important grammatical structure, which is present simple. Then about simple present, we will try to see how can we write the negative form of a simple present sentence. After that, we will move to forming questions on simple present, let's say, sentence. And finally, or before the last element, we will try to take spelling and the pronunciation of the final S when it comes after a word, whether it is a verb or a noun. And finally, we'll try to take let's say a simple paragraph in English and try to scan and skim for some information like pronoun reference and guessing the meaning of some words, and to answer what is called information question about this paragraph. Okay, so let's start, and I hope that you will understand everything. The first one is just to preview the most important words that I collected from your chapter 3 and 4. So please, to spare time for you and in order to help you where those words come from. So I write the number of pages, by the way, from the yellow book, which is Interactions Axis in chapter 3 and 4. So you can see here the pages 45, 50, 56, 57, and 61. I'll try to help you just to give you the meaning of some of these words. Let's start by the first one, which is basics. And the meaning in English might help you to guess or to infer what each one of these words mean. So basics mean the most important things. It means the necessary things that we need in our life, like food, like housing, like clothes, and so on. So basics, let's say ضروريات أو حاجيات هامة. The next one is the generation. So generation, as it's seen here in English, it means a single state in a family history. جيل أجيال, the plural form is generations. Yeah. The next one is the marriage. You know, marriage here, a state of being husband and wife, zawaj. The next one is average. Average means the normal standard, which means in Arabic المعدل أو المتوسط. And the next we have two important words, not in just to know the meaning, but also to know the structure of them, or when to use either or either, and two. So either mean, or either, we have two different pronunciation, whether it's American and English. So it means either, it means one of the two. In Arabic it means إما هذا أو. Okay. And the other one is, this is one meaning of either. The other one, it means أيضا. Yes, like so. The next one is two. Two means the same, mean أيضا, but we use either or either at the end of a negative sentence, and two at the end of a positive sentence. Either في نهاية الجملة المنفية, و two في نهاية الجملة المثبتة. Yeah. Let's move to barbecue. You know barbecue. Maybe you have heard this word before when you go for a picnic or trips by the sea or here or there. So barbecue means preparing meat on fire. It means barbecue, حفل الشواء. Yeah. Then we will we'll move to branch. You know branch. So branch, a part of, let's say, a main thing or a main part. When we say a Riyadh bank has so many branches in different areas, different cities, so it means, in Arabic it means, branch means فرع. The plural is فروع, branches. The next one is relative. When we say uncle, aunts, grandfather, cousin, so these family members are called relatives, أقارب أو قريب. Relative in singular it means قريب, in the plural أقارب. Wedding. So wedding, which means a marriage ceremony. So wedding means حفلة زواج. Yeah. Okay. Let's move to the next list of the vocabulary. We have alternate. Alternate, it means to do things in turn, which means يتعاقب. Yeah. After that we have the word which is argue, which means يناقش أو يجادل. Yeah. Which means discuss angrily or debate. But yes, argue, it means to discuss with someone and to show the opposite point of view. Yeah. After that we have picnic. As I said, picnic means a short journey by the sea or by or in the park, so to take some food or something. So let's say a picnic means رحلة قصيرة. Yes. 14 we have extended. So extended, it means made larger and larger and longer, which means in Arabic ممتدة, متوسعة. Yes. Number 15 here, which is dialect. Dialect means in English accent. لهجة. I mean by لهجة, here in Saudi Arabia or in any country, we have so many accent or dialects, لهجات. In the north they speak different language from people in the south, but the language is the same. Yeah. Blog number 16 here. Blog. It means a website for belongs to somebody or someone. موقع شخصي على الانترنت. Yes. The 17, yes, reunion. And by the way, whenever you see RE before a noun or a verb, it means to repeat or to do the thing or the event or the thing again. So reunion. So try to ignore re and then become union. So it means join. أنا إيش إعادة تلاحم أو إعادة تجمع أو إعادة توحيد. Yeah. The next one, which is 18 and not 8, has written here. Team mean a group of people, like players, football. A team might be people who share something in their job. فريق. Might be sport, might be for work. And number 19, by the way, it's 19, not 9. 19, traditional family. A family that still follow the customs, the old customs, which means in Arabic, العائلة التقليدية. Yeah. And the next, or the last one here today, it means nuclear family. Just one word, which means modern family. The difference between traditional and nuclear is about the number of members who live with each other. So in the past, traditional family, so we have so many people lived in one house, but nuclear family, just a husband and his wife and a few children. Yeah. So these are the most important words, hoping that you learn them, try to repeat them, try to understand their meaning. They will help you in the final or in the coming test. Yeah. Just to show you how the questions will come in the final test, let's take this practice about the important word. The first one, I speak. So here, please try to delete this one. So, I speak English fluently, and Dream does. This is what I want you to know about how to differentiate between either or either and to. So and neither. By the way, these 4 words mean the same, but the difference is in the situation, when to use either, to, so, and neither. So here, since the sentence is let's say positive and not negative, so we can use just only to, because to comes at the end of a positive sentence. Yeah. So the answer here, to. The next one, my in this term is 84.3%. So here the answer, marriage, package, garage, average. So my average. And just to remind you, please, by the way, sometimes when I answer some sample questions, so please, sometimes I mean to circle this, but while talking I maybe circle other words. So please keep this in mind. And I'd like to thank some students who remind me that, like by bus or by a plane. It's very clear that that student or Ahmed and his sister don't go to school from their house to their school by plane. So it's clear that they go by bus. And unexpectedly, so I circled by plane, but I didn't mean that. I meant by bus. Yeah. Number 3, all members in families were living in one house. Yeah. Traditional, nuclear, rich, bad. So you will see that the answer, since they were living in one house, all members, I mean by members here, like uncles, aunt, children, grandfather, grandchildren, and so on. So, yeah. The next one, number 4, we went for a picnic by the sea and it was a very delicious meal. So the answer, just to spare time, you will find that the best answer is barbecue. Yeah. Number 5, my uncle and my aunt are called, what do we call your uncle and your aunt or your cousins? Yeah. They are called my relatives. Yeah. Number 6, group of people living, so group of people playing a sport is called a team. So if you follow me, keep this in mind, just to circle quickly that a group of people playing a sport is called a team. Yeah. So this is just to show you a sample of some questions that will come in the final test, inshallah. Let's move to so let's move to the next element of this lecture, which is simple present or present simple tense. Yeah, 2 things that students who want to study tenses in English to know what is the situation of using this tense or that. How do you know that this verb should be present or past or future and so on? And the next thing that you should focus, or you ask yourself, what is the form of the verb? How a verb comes? ing, ds, without s, in the past, preceded by had. Okay. So in order to simplify and make things clear for you to understand simple present tense, to give you the meaning of simple present in English, which means simple present is an action or an event which happens repeatedly, just to differentiate between Arabic and English, that in Arabic we just have present verb, الفعل المضارع, الفعل الحاضر, but in English we have 3 kinds of present, 3 أنواع من الأفعال في اللغة الإنجليزية المضارعة فقط. We have simple, we have continuous, and we have perfect. البسيط والمستمر والتام. But in Arabic we don't have, just only فعل مضارع. Yeah. To differentiate between these different tenses, we just try today to focus only on simple present tense. And just again to tell you that simple present tense means an action or an event which happens repeatedly only, يحدث بشكل متكرر, and not now. Okay, I just describe an event or an action which happens every day, like the sun rises every morning, like Muslims pray 5 times a day. So every day Muslims pray 5 times. Yeah. Okay. Let's move here to know the form, the shape, the structure of the verb in simple present tense. Just two forms. Either the verb followed by s or without s. It means let's say infinitive verb without s. Yeah. Let's say the first form of the verb. Yeah. And to show you these examples here on the board, he or she or it, when the subject is, let's say, third personal singular subject, like he, she, it, so the verb must followed by s. Okay. Not only he, she, or it. Maybe Ahmad, maybe Salma, maybe the cat instead of it. So we add the letter S. And really here, just to show you that I underlined the letter S, or sorry, wrote it with the red color. So be careful. So he, she drinks coffee every morning. So every indicates that the verb must be simple present. Let's move to Noura. Noura usually sleeps at 11 p.m. every night. Sleeps, yeah. The next one, the sun rises from the east. Some statement, or some, let's say, when we talk about fact, نتكلم عن حقائق, no need to add every or always or sometimes, because these facts happen, let's say, repeatedly. Yeah, the sun, you know the meaning of the sun, rises. We add s after the verb rise. The second form of the verb, as I said, no ending, just the first form, or between bracket infinitive verb without to. Yeah. Let's have some practice here. Before practice, let's see some examples here. To answer the question when to use the verb without any ending, just when the subject is plural, I, you, they, we, the boys, the girls, the students. So when the subject is plural, so we don't add s or ing or anything else if the verb is in simple present. Yeah. And here is a few examples here to help you. The subject is I here. I sometimes drink coffee. Drink. If you compare between he drinks coffee and I sometimes drink coffee, you know the verb here in red color, drink, we don't put anything after it. While the first one, in he, she drinks, we add s. Here no s, because the subject is different. Subject here is let's say the first person singular subject I. Then we take. The next one, the student take. So all these subjects, because they are let's say plural and not like he, she, it, so they take the verb without any ending like us. Yeah. Let's move to let's take some practice here on this. This exercise about some question about sample question about simple present. Let's start by the first one. My uncle asks every week. So when you see every, so the verb must be simple present, and This is what you should focus on: the subject, and if there is adverbial or time adverbial. Yes, time. Yeah. So here's my uncle is singular, like he. So we add or we choose visits. Yeah. The next one, water. You know water. Water at 100 degrees centigrade. So here, what happened to water? It boils. Yeah. D. Sorry. Number 3, the work at 7 morning, or every morning. They, yeah. Let's see what is the verb. They begin. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's move to number 4. Number 4, yeah. Drinks milk before sleeping. This question is a little bit different from the 3 previous ones, because here I focus on the subject. How to choose the subject if the verb here drinks. So you should know in advance that the subject must be singular. It's the third singular. Yeah. So here, to see the options, so we write, yeah, the child, or the children, or the boys, or you. Only one answer is the child. Yeah. Number 5, I usually carefully when it rains. So here we don't have any time expression. We have usually, and we have another sentence which tells us that the previous verb or the verb before it must be simple present. So I usually drive. Yeah. And number 6 here, my mother cooks. You see, my mother cooks. Cooks is a simple present verb. So also it is different, because here I focus on the time. What time is suitable for the sentence? You know that my mother cooks rice and meat once a week. Once a week. Yeah. Yeah. Let's move to again the same exercise. It's repeated. I don't know. Maybe yes. Let's move to the third part or the third element, which is the negative form of simple present verb. How to write or the verb in negative form when you are asked to write it in negative. Yeah. We have here also 2, let's say, form in negative situation. We have A and B. So the first one we use doesn't, and the other one we use don't. Just only doesn't or don't when the verb is simple present. You see? You see here, Kamal, in affirmative or in positive, the verb, you see, ends with S. If you want to write the negative form, so you just write doesn't before the verb and delete S, because S comes with doesn't. Yeah. About don't here. Yeah. The subject here, we, and the verb, no S, no ending with us. Yes. So here we write don't, and the verb remains as it is. no change. Yeah. But if there is s, so we take s and put it after doesn't. After don't, it becomes doesn't. Yeah. Yes. Let's take here the next, or number 3, which is about forming questions. How to form a question if the statement is in simple present. Yeah. We have 2 forms. Again, we have 2 forms. We use does when the subject is he, she, it, or let's say a noun, Salim, Ahmed, Ibrahim, Khalil, any name, Huda. Yeah. So we use does, and it's written here. Let's go back again to show you how to form a question. Let's just stop here. When the verb ends with s, there is here mistake that here does when the verb ends with s, and here do when the verb is infinitive without s. Yeah. So this is the sentence again. So lives, we want to form a question. We ask, does Kamal live? You see us, this is us here. And when we have here, we live, we form a question, do you live? Do you live? And by the way, when the sentence, when the subject of the, let's say the main sentence is we, when you form a question, change we to you. Change I to you in the question. Do you live? This is for yes, no question. For information question like this one here. Kamal lives in an apartment. Where? I will really explain to you information questions and the wheres in detail, but later. Yes. So where here we ask about a place. Where? Where does Kamal live? Be careful. Live without us. Why? Because we took it from the verb and put it after do. It becomes does. The same here. Do you live in an apartment? Where do you live? Live. No us, so the verb helping verb do becomes we use do after where or why or when. Yeah. To show you them again. Yeah. Let's try to take this exercise. This exercise cover negative and a question. Yeah. She, her mother in the house. So she help. No, because it doesn't end with s. Doesn't help. The negative might be. It don't. So we cancel don't. Doesn't helps. Why this one is correct? Because we can't use it here. And help no s. So the only one is, this is the answer. She doesn't help. Yeah. For number 2, the men. Be careful here. The men is an irregular noun because the singular form is man, men. So here it is plural. So we use the men. Don't do. And we can't use don't here. Yeah. Okay. Number 3. Yes, we have here doesn't. So when we have doesn't, the verb doesn't, so the subject must be singular. So the only possible answer is my father. my father. Number four, they play football every week. So I put here every to help you to focus just only in do or does. So since the subject is they, so they here is plural, so do they, yeah. And when we take inshallah past simple, so we, instead of every week we say last week, so we use here did. Let's keep this later inshallah. Number 5, why he always come late. Why he always come late. You can't say why is he always come, because he are come, yeah. So the only one is why does he always come late, yeah. Let's move here. Okay, so this is about simple present tense, and the form, the verb, and the negative form, the question form. So keep this in mind. So I hope that I cover everything about present simple, yeah. Let's move to a new, maybe it is a new element here, but and it's at the same time maybe a new piece of information for you. Spelling and pronunciation of final S. S, the letter S, when it comes after a verb or a noun, so it has 3 pronunciation form, yeah. Keep this in mind. لفظ حرف الأس بعد الاسم, yeah. We might keep it as it is when we say when it comes, the verb, S comes after P, T, K, Q, C. So here the pronunciation اللفظ of the letter S, like the letter sin, لغة عربية, yeah. And here is some example. Speaks. We can't pronounce or say speaks, sits, picnics. You see the pronunciation? This is what you should focus, yeah. In B, when we pronounce S as Z, like letter Z, yeah. When the final letter of the word لما يكون حرف الأس يأتي بالأخير بعد الحروف B, D, G, R, M, N, L, O, V, U, the pronunciation is Z, yeah, like this one. So by example it will be clear. We can't say reads, we say reads, bags, leaves, listens, boys, not boys, boys. Clear? Yes, I hope that. Okay. And the third pronunciation of S is. We put E before the letter S, and the pronunciation is, not is or S, yeah. Like when we say, the verb here is teach. When you add S, it becomes teaches, buses, is, bushes, axes. You see? Yeah. Let's show you these 3 questions, and this is the way you are going to face in the final test. the same let's say rubric of the question is the underlying letter S in the word leaks. You see leaks has the same pronunciation of the letter S in the words. We have here S. We have S. So leaks the same S, the same as in hats, but here two is the letter here is different. Yeah. Number 2, the underline ES here in the word fixes, as I said now, has the same as employs, rooms, matches, and this is the answer. Helps. No, so we choose matches because it is pronounced the same as fixes. Number 3, S here in the word, you see, if you try to pronounce, to read, we say goes, and here it is the same as repairs. Yeah. So this is what I want you to know about the final S when it comes after, not a verb, even after a noun. Yeah. Now let's move to the next question, which is scanning and skimming, reading paragraph, to help you for those who always ask me which page, but yani, I put the page of this reading paragraph here, which is in page 47. If you want to analyze more paragraphs of the same topic, yes, you go back there. Now, inshallah, when you take this this lecture, the hard copy, so you will to read. No need to read it again and again. So to spare time, yeah. Let's move. You see some underlined word like ones and these. So let's move to the question here. The first one, the underlined word once refers to, I think it's country. You will find, if you read it in detail, you will find the country. And the food and the clothing are basics. Number 4, how many children, you see, how many children did a Mexican woman have? You will find the answer clear, 7. And the last question here, what happened to the traditional family? Traditional family has become a nuclear family. So the answer B, breaking into smaller groups. So these are the questions about the reading paragraph. Yeah. Okay. So this is the end of our lectures. Sorry for those who notice that I speak more quickly than before, because we don't have enough time, and I hope you understood what I have just explained. Thank you very much, and inshallah meet you next time in the 6th lecture. Thank you very much. Good luck. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.